Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Gasparilla Bowl college football matchup between UCF and Georgia Tech on Friday, December 22nd, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks at Pickdawgz, but if you're looking for the games we like the best, those are our premium picks. You can use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays, meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number you see on the screen. It's the only way to get those packages. But let's get to this one. UCF taking on Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech enters this game 6-6. UCF 6-6. Of course, both these teams pretty similar in coloring as well, with the gold and all that kind of good stuff. But UCF, first year in the Big 12, I think the expectations were, and they usually are for UCF to be a better team than 6-6. But sometimes we've also seen that, some of these moves to the bigger conferences just happen to catch teams on a down year or, something of that nature. And I think that's what happened to UCF this year. Just not the best UCF team that they've ever had some injuries along the way as well. So I think just because they had a bad year here doesn't mean that, they're out of place in the Big 12 conference. Just means they had a bad year. We saw the same exact thing when TCU stepped it up into the Big 12 conference. And then, of course, last year they took that all the way to the national title game. So we're not going to, write off a team because of one bad season. For Georgia Tech, the 6-6, the thing is that this was a team that we saw all season long kind of gut it out and get it done. And I think, to me, a lot of respect to them. You have to give it to them. They played Georgia pretty tough in that clean old-fashioned hate game, losing by just 8 points in a game that they were getting 24. It wasn't like, how it is today where, half the players are sitting out and the other half are in the portal. What it was a real legitimate, final game of the season. And, the Jackets certainly did themselves proud. The win over Virginia was super sharp, and then the win over North Carolina also. And, of course, that win against Miami, sure, Miami could have taken a knee, ended the game, and Georgia Tech would have lost. But at the same time, just because Miami fumbled the ball there, Georgia Tech didn't score a touchdown on that play. They drove the ball down the field in 4 plays into a prevent defense with seconds remaining to go out and grab the win. So I think you got to give Georgia Tech a lot more credit on that one. For Central Florida, I think some of these games, they could have gone probably the other way. And, down the stretch when they needed these wins to become bowl eligible, they went 3-1. So we need to, give them some credit as well. I just think that, in this type of game, I'm not willing to lay a ton of points because of all the factors of all the transfers and all these things. And I have to be honest with everybody. Every Saturday I sit here doing videos and I say, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year. I have to say that I've never been more disenchanted with a college football bowl season and playoff than I have been this season. I haven't really been in touch with watching the games this college football postseason at all. And, if the players aren't going to show up to the games, then why should we show up to watch them? And I believe that the playoff itself is a farce as well with the current system. We'll see what it goes to next year when we go to, expanded playoff teams. My guess is we're headed to 16. But in this game, I'm just going to take the points with the dog and take Georgia Tech. And that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.